once in my life. Shouts to Ficus, another GeoGuessr streamer. I was chilling out with him, and he said, Jan Seferyn's going to join us. And so we hung out and checked out some of the sites of Krakow together. So I guess in my heart, I must be going for Jan a little bit here, having met him before. But let's see, Strefan versus Jan, how it's going to go down here. Looking like might be somewhere on the Iberian Peninsula on this first round, I reckon.
Yeah, lovely. And we will have a road number there, SG. Would that be Segovia, maybe? I wonder.
Ooh. Those abbreviations can be very useful to know in Spain, and I would assume, being a moving player, Jan might know them. It takes a bit of time to consider which direction, but now he's racing off. Strefan also doing the same. So Strefan?
Does say Segovia, yeah, so it will be Segovia, just north of Madrid.
Very good. And so Strefan is preferring moving, is preferring no moving, rather, and NMPZ. So they're meeting
pretty
together
accomplished.
in the middle on NM. Right.
Yeah, he's quite accomplished. He's got high yellow. I believe he won CG's 1v1 tournament, so, you know, some accolades to his name.
Definitely so, okay. Yeah, I knew he was strong, wasn't quite sure how much so. Jan just missing Segovia there, and he's zoomed out. I think you can see it again now, right?
Yeah, it's close to Madrid, just northwest of it.
Yeah, I see it.
Beautiful
Easy to know when you have GC to help you out, guys. But okay, he's finally there. He's just made it in time. And a little bit further north. Castile and Lyon. Okay. Jan clearly showing the nerves right now, I would say. Big exhale there after the first round. Strefan looking a bit more locked in, I would say.
It's almost with moving. I think, you know, if you're known as a moving player, the pressure it puts on you is actually not necessarily what you want always. Because I think Jan probably feels the pressure to perform in this game, and it's not always helpful when you're playing moving to feel the pressure.
Of course, it's especially one where you need 100% of your brain focused. A lot of times on no moving, panning, or zooming, for example, you can rely more on instinct than moving. And we have the name of an airport. It's Havaliani here. Limani, sorry. Both thinking pretty eastern here. Do they actually have any concrete proof for that, though, or is it just a vibe?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's...
Malachi, I guess, here. Batman guess. Really a go-to town. And it was actually Batman there. Let's go.
Very good.
Wasn't Gotham City, though. Jan Seferyn still able to get 2.1 kilometers away. Cementing a solid lead here after 2 rounds. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Yeah, Jan Seferyn just able to use the info better there. I think they both came to pretty significant amounts of it.
Yeah. No, it's what you want if you're Jan. I think, you know, to have a couple of rounds where you've done your thing moving, it definitely helps you relax, I would say.
Exactly right. And they have definitely stacked the moving games full of info, which can be used very effectively by someone like Jan. Here we have a place name of some kind. It looks like we're driving left-hand side of the road here, so I was thinking probably South Africa. That is where Strefan is zooming in here.
Yeah, we do have these
fruit trees.
Tree plantation type vibe, which is often, well, it can be found near Eswatini.
Exactly. Yeah, I am thinking we are out that direction east of South Africa because of the sugarcane, particularly. Maputo is obviously the capital city of Mozambique there, so we're somewhere between Mbombela and Maputo. Yeah, definitely thinking that we're in the right area here, and both players get it.
Yep, strong from both, but again, Jan just making that slightly more experienced guess.
Yeah, and I think Strefan's just kind of waiting for that moment where he can strike, maybe with a faster guess, or, you know, maybe he can use his region guessing skills combined with a sign to get closer than Jan. But Jan is flawless after 3 rounds.
Yep. And moving into Guatemala with the visible Google car and general Latin American vibe. Not going to see anything massive, but on 2.5x you could definitely do something here.
Absolutely. Guatemala, you know, if you go the wrong side, even at 2.5 times damage only, it can be significant chunk here. Both players will know it based on the Google card here, though, so it's no question about getting the country right. And here we go. We do have some signage. Not too useful, I would have said. That looked pretty generic, like a generic warning sign or something. Koban here. That's an interesting thought. What do you think of Koban?
Yeah, I like it. Koban does have a bit of a vibe. And yeah, one that is maybe supported by these hills, but let's see. Okay,
so both players. Ooh, Jan again. Good vibes there. I don't think he found anything too useful, did he?
I don't believe so. Very strong so far. Still 6k health intact.
Absolutely. Okay. Moving through to the next round here. This is a completely different vibe to the previous ones. I think this is maybe what Strefan was after. I think so. It's a big country. It's in the middle of nowhere, seemingly. We don't have anything useful at spawn. Will Strefan go straight for it? It's probably too hard of a round. We do have kind of northwest.
Northwest, yeah.
Miles per hour there. We know it's going to be US, therefore. This is probably Oregon?
I think we had wide road lines briefly there.
Yeah, we do see them. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, with the West Coast, it's such a big clue. You can't be too far away, but the West Coast is huge. Let's not forget. See, I don't really know if I see this being Washington. I think it's more California, Oregon, and surely with the road lines that you mentioned, Oregon is the better of the two. Oh, but look at that. We have a Michigan. It's not out of the question. I definitely got more of a West Coast vibe here with the Pines, but it's not out of the question that we could be in Michigan, you know.
What's interesting is the angle of the ocean. It's not straight west. It definitely has to be something slightly more north facing, and he's done it. Wow,
what a fantastic guess. It did make sense after all. I thought we saw waves. That's 12,000 points of damage. Jan loses on moving after playing so nicely. That's what we said. Strefan was just looking for that one round, and we called it. That's exactly what happened. Strefan, well done.
Wow. That's what it takes. I mean, the multis are significant in countries like the US, and Strefan put out a great guess. As you said, easy to be fooled into thinking that was the ocean because it really felt vast, but I guess they call them the Great Lakes for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah. I just thought I saw some waves, but I guess it was just kind of mild lapping instead of waves. That's really unfortunate for Jan there. I think he did everything he could have, and to be honest with you, I was there thinking West Coast as well. As soon as I saw Strefan thinking of Michigan, I liked it, but it was only after that point, so very reasonable there from Jan.
And I think the thing is, as someone who has moving strengths like Jan does, the thing is, unless you're blinky, basically, you're still not guaranteed to win those matches, even if you're playing well, because one round like that can just wipe everything out.
Exactly right.
So I think psychologically that takes its toll. It's not great to lose in your strength, but
definitely. I think Strefan, like for the rest of the series now, going one up, has to feel good. He has 3 opportunities at no moving games, at least 2. So, but probably 3. So let's just see here. Looking in, we see some Argentinian number plates here. I think some black ones, which are the Argentinian variety, at least within Latin America, and this certainly looks like that. So we have a Cordoba zoom here. We also have a Salta zoom by Jan. I think I might like the Salta idea.
Yep.
I do think it's one of these northwestern cities. Maybe not quite as far north as Salta, but we do have kind of northish hills, which I think Salta does have. And yes, it was there. Or it was actually San Salvador, which is in Salta province. Okay.
Good from both. Good start to the game.
Absolutely. Yep. That's a good confidence builder for Jan. Was able to use, the landscape to get close on Strefan's preferred game mode here. But let's not forget, Jan does himself like no moving. It's just the NMPZ that's going to be more of a struggle. So we head through to round number 2 here.
Kind of looks like southern US or something like that with the trees and with the architecture.
It does kind of appear that way. Strefan opts for the fast guess here, and it's going to be some guesses here. And indeed, though he was in the wrong state, Strefan is slightly closer for 42 points. Okay.
Good from Jan though to produce a good guess in the US after the last round, after the last game. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, confidence building, I think, for Jan here. It's very important. And we head through here to a Poland. This should be very exciting. Both players will, of course, know that it's Poland, but they can't move. So it's all down to the region guessing. And if you guys are new to watching GeoGuessr, Poland has a reputation for being one of the hardest countries to region guess without any signs. Especially this is very generic.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason it's so fun to see Poland come up in this tournament, because it's one of the hardest countries, but we're watching Polish players tackle it, so we might see some really good guesses. Who knows? And
Jan Seferyn, theoretically, one of the best Poland players in the world, listing it as one of his top strengths.
Yep.
The antenna there, not sure if that's too useful. Can be used in Poland, I think, but only in some circumstances. Probably more so just looking at the landscape here on this occasion, I reckon.
Maybe the agriculture.
Ooh, wait, is Strefan even in Poland? I think he might have been in Czechia. He is. Ooh, and there we go, Jan. Confidence booster there. Very good at Poland. He gets the North vibe. It's 1.3k damage. There we have it. Strefan. Very, very lucky that that wasn't a bit later on in the game, because that was a big disparity between the two distances. And we are back in Europe with these bollards.
Yes. Lovely cycle lane in Germany.
And don't forget, this is not the players moving, but instead the casters, so the players will be only left with a single point from which they're able to guess, just looking around right here. Bollard. This bollard is only found in a few countries, especially with that blue attachment. Should normally be something you find in Germany, I would say.
Yeah, architecture northern actually. Yeah, I'm zooming north with that red brick and flat as well.
Exactly. The northern half of Germany is quite flat, and then red brick does lean you more towards the north. They kind of hedge for all the area it could be, but it was further towards Denmark there.
Yeah, that area is it called Holstein, I believe, or?
Okay.
Someone can correct me.
Yeah, I'm not the person to do that. Sorry, GC, but
that's what chat's for.
Exactly right. Next one here, another very rural round. This is what I love to see in GeoGuessr. This is the part which I find the most entertaining. These rounds where there are at least 5, possibly even 10 different countries as options. And it's down to these players to narrow down which one they exactly like the best. This one is very rocky. There's a lot of rocks on the side of the road. But that tell you anything, GC?
Rocky, yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, we had a glimpse of architecture there that looked very Nordic. Now the rockiness could be, I don't know, you could find it in Norway as well, but it is Sweden.
Is Sweden, well done there. Yeah, I mean, rockiness would lean you away from the Baltics more towards the Nordics.
Yes.
Norway, Sweden, even Finland have quite a few random rocks lying on the side of the road compared to countries nearby. Even Karelia region of Russia as well. So, Jan holding on to the lead there. Good stuff. This is a good comeback. A good, solid performance on the no moving so far. Really, we've only seen one bad round from Jan, so that's good. That's good. That should be very heartening for him.
Yeah.
Okay, and here we are. Looking at an interesting one here. I do agree with the America guess here. The trees definitely feel that way, but Colorado could also be California. It's something that came to mind here. And we have double Colorados here. I mean, Colorado makes a lot of sense.
You do get pines in that area, but it is California, as you said. Good call.
So I don't know. Just the pines seem quite tall in a in a kind of Californian way there, but Colorado is definitely a reasonable second guess, I would say. Would have been big damage. 3.5k could have been
a winner
all over. Yeah. There we go. So we head through to the next round. Oh, this is a unique location. Whoever chose this had a fun time choosing it, I reckon. Because look at this. So many sheep or goats around the place here.
Definitely many goats
playing on screen. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What have we got? Is this Europe, actually? I think so.
Yeah. Could be... Wait, can it be Turkey?
I think the Google car might have been wrong for Turkey. Yeah, it's blue.
Okay.
So probably Spain then. You know what came to mind here, which I don't think it actually is, but it did almost feel like it. Oh, look at the church on the stick. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
That should be
Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking it could be like even somehow African Spain because it feels so dry.
Yeah.
But maybe that actually means it could be Crete instead, where you do get this extremely arid climate sometimes. I still like Strefan's guess, but maybe I might be tempted to go Crete here myself. Anyway.
Yeah. Good call. I think Strefan was hedging for Crete there. I think that's the reason he went so south. Yeah.
Definitely, and it pays off, let's be clear. Jan, having played so solidly in this duel, now finds himself on the back foot, on the edge of going down 0-2, which would just not be ideal.
Yep.
And we head through to another big country. Ooh, Strefan must be licking his lips at this site, I reckon.
Yeah.
So, we have yellow center lines here, and it seemed to be Spanish, so... With this kind of vibe, with these kind of bushes, I'm definitely considering Mexico, I would say. How about you?
Yeah, so, very dry, so yeah, northern is very likely this landscape. Now, is there any specific vegetation? He's panning around too quickly, I can't really see.
Baja California seems good, Sonora, probably the other option, as you say.
Yeah. I like where they are. I'm not 100% sure myself on which one I'd go for, but I do like the vague area.
It's one of those ones where checking the copyright can also be fairly useful. Seems like neither player is doing so, though.
Do we have a blue car?
Blue car would fit for Baja California, but just as possible, I suppose, in Sonora as well.
There are roads in Sonora with it, Oh, wow. Really nice.
Wow. Strefan, not the person we thought would be 5King. To be fair to Jan, he's very close there. They both make really good guesses there. And
very good. Yeah, it's that kind of
entertaining, very good round there.
Yeah, that part of Sonora can have a Baja feel, quite quite flat, very, very dry. And we are back in Europe.
Yes, so Jan, I'm not really sure what Jan would be hoping to see here, but Europe might advantage him slightly. I'm not too sure about that. Anyhow, the architecture kind of reminded me of the Balkan Peninsula here. I think I really like the Croatia guess, and he's straight in. I like the pressure. I like the momentum here. I make the same guess.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to need something quite big.
Out. Look at this. 10 out of 10 rounds now. This is the final round for Jan to make a comeback. Now he really needs a big country. We don't want Qatar. We don't want Monaco. We don't want no San Marino. We want something big here. Some juicy big country to take us through the distance, Rory.
Yeah. Jan is braying visibly for a relatively big country.
Ooh, I like the look of it.
Yeah.
This does not feel like a small country to me. I could not tell which country it is yet, though, but the vast open landscape feels like it's going to be somewhere in the middle of nowhere to me. And Jan is immediately opens up the map there. That's interesting. What is he thinking? Oh, he does think Russia. He does think it's... Ooh, I like that. It certainly can be where he clicked here.
Did he go Orenburg?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's just it. They get the same place, and it ends up being Volgograd. And that is very unfortunate for Jan, losing to the round limit there.
Yeah.
It all came down to that one big damage round, and Strefan taking the 2-0 advantage here over Mr. Jan.
That's huge. I mean, he just has to win one game now. It's still possible for Jan to come back, but, 3 chances to win it for Strefan. You'd have to say he's the heavy favourite now.
Indeed. I feel like they were fairly evenly matched there on the no move. I just feel like Strefan maybe with a little bit more knowledge. And Jan, feeling a little bit annoyed to be 2-0 down right now. He's played better than some in this tournament so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Reward.
Yeah, as losses go, those two, weren't exactly poor performances from Jan at all.
Exactly. Both times coming and being beaten from behind or from ahead, really. So unfortunate. As we head through to the next moving game, a must-win for Jan, although to be fair, he is favoured. So
Yeah.
See what
He just
can
needs
do.
to keep. He needs to keep playing the way he was playing in the first moving game. You know, the US location was unfortunate, but I think on the whole he showed his ability to be very good.
Exactly right.
And here we are somewhere. I thought it looked something like Croatia or something along those lines.
Yeah, something Adriatic, I think. Something
Yeah.
near the Adriatic Sea, surely. Probably on the Balkan side of it as well. We have a lot of date palm trees here. It feels very, very much Mediterranean, very much kind of touristy here. Croatia call here from Strefan.
Yeah.
Definitely considering it. Looks like we might be on an island. I could definitely see us being on an island here. So we have Rudina as the nearest town. Probably findable within the time limit. Okay, I don't think Jan found the town name.
No, I like where he is though.
Yes, me too, me too. I definitely think one of those islands is well possible. They're similar guesses though. And there we go. Wow, Jan,
great
last
switch.
minute. So I think it might have been the angle of the ocean there that gave it to Jan, because I don't think he found any place name. But definitely impressive stuff. Well done.
A lot of impressive rounds from Jan in these sort of small and medium countries, but really does go to show that big countries really matter, because Strefan has pulled it out of the bag when he's needed to.
Exactly. In GeoGuessr, big countries are king. Doesn't matter if you don't like it, it is the way it is. And we head forward to round number 2 here. Jan going in with a 200 point advantage here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hearing that the previous round there was an island outline, so I believe that's why Jan made his switch.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's an interesting one indeed. That stuff can be very, very useful to know. If you know your islands of the world, they often do show the outline on different signs. And here we have area codes. So Jan picks up an area code and then zooms back, sees a big bay. Okay, now he's considering something near Vladivostok here. Wasn't my first thought, but you do sometimes get the black car with the short antenna, and we have the white car as well. So yep,
looking good.
I am thinking that this is indeed Vladivostok. I see an Asian car. Yeah. Oh, and maybe actually this town over here is considering that. I would have thought this was just Big V stock, but
yeah, they're both in the vicinity. We shouldn't see anything too big. Yeah, because Russia on 1.5 can actually be game, but it looks like they're both more or less right.
There we go. Wow, Jan pulls the town there. I was wrong. And, well, interesting guess from Strefan there, considering we did have a bay in clear visibility on Jan's screen. Maybe he wasn't able to get there, but that was very smart from Jan, picking up the area code and then immediately bouncing back to his place of spawn where he knew he could see down onto the bay. Very clever play that you would see from a high-level moving player.
Yep, agreed. And what we're seeing is in rounds like this, he is just chipping away at Strefan. Jan clearly being more comfortable with this style of gameplay, but as we've said before, big countries will probably make the difference.
Speaking of big countries, we are in Australia here. We can see those eucalyptus trees everywhere, and so Jan has got to lock in here. We got the black Google car, very common out in the outback these days. They tended to do a lot of outback coverage here, and we have Mount Isa 6 kilometers away. He knows where Mount Isa is. We have immediately Strefan going in as well, and because it is 6 kilometers away, Strefan is happy to go straight for it. And wow, it was feels like a lot closer than 6 kilometers away. I guess that just gives the scale of the outback to you.
Yeah. Without the sign there, we might have seen something massive, but as it was, even.
Yep, shoutouts to the residents of Mount Isa. Truly magnificent town. But okay, headed through to the next round here.
First location in this country today.
I'm looking back into my mind here. I believe that we've had a Bangladesh, but I think you might be right. No India so far. India, one of the funnest countries in GeoGuessr, just hampered by the fact that it has a relatively poor quality camera here. So we head through to the round. On moving, it's all about finding language, which can be so useful for the southern half of India, as they are pretty unique from one another. Here we have the language. Maybe, I was wondering if this was Tamil Nadu, so is that Tamil language?
Yeah, we have the kind of... Yeah, we have the straight lines alongside the kind of curved characters, which I think is often Yeah,
and then we also have some yellow water tanks on the roofs of buildings here. Something you find commonly in the state of Tamil Nadu and in the state of Karnataka here. Strefan seeming to be in the right hedge for those two states, but we did have Tamil language, so he shouldn't be too far here. Indeed, he might be on it, but we'll see.
And Jan hasn't gone into the map yet. Although he is now.
Map, but he does get place names, but he hasn't figured out the language. Oh, he sees another city starting with V. It was the wrong one. And indeed, it was in that kind of border area there. Jan clearly not happy with the result, but he can be happy that it was on lower multipliers there.
Yeah. He needs to compose himself a bit here. That's not devastating, 2k. He still can easily win this game.
It's not, but Strefan pushing to become king of Krakow here. It's really got to be Jan's time to pull up his socks and make comebacks of generational proportions happen. Can happen, man. I do believe Jan's skill is at that level, but the odds are stacked against him now. Let's see what happens. He only have some language there. Was that German or Italian? I couldn't make it out.
I couldn't either.
It looks more like Austria to me, but I haven't seen anything concrete yet. We do have Austrian bollards there. Okay.
Yeah. I would guess somewhat Western. But
yes, this feels Western Austria. The way the mountains are a little bit further divided from one another.
Yeah, or near Italy border potentially could be a good guess.
Yeah, I imagine Jan's going to use all his time here because place names do advantage him. He found something here.
There was a great sign.
Great sign.
Oh wow. Strefan went past the sign actually. Strefan passed the sign and didn't notice it. Yeah.
Oh, and wait, I think we have Jan in the right village here. It's not quite at the 5k, but he should be very close. And wow, at the last moment, Strefan, I don't know what he found, but he found something useful there. Clicking in the town, but Jan, congratulations, the first 5k in a while, or of the day.
I think maybe of the day.
Congratulations there, fantastic guess. There we go. Excellent stuff. Jan has to be getting a little bit of a confidence boost there. 46 meters away. But Strefan making a great last minute switch, it must be said.
Yeah, I think Jan is showing a great amount of skill, but unfortunately Strefan is just not giving many points away. So Jan is able to kind of flex in rounds like that, but it's not really gaining him that many points because of how Strefan's played.
Exactly. I wonder if he shouldn't have taken that time to line up the 5k, if it would have actually advantaged him, because it seemed like only with about 3 or 4 seconds left that Strefan got into the map on the right spot. So it goes to show that the duels format doesn't necessarily reward that super precision, but instead finding the information as the bigger factor. But okay, we have Jan zooming down the way, looking for a province name, because we are in pardon me,
Philippines, and Jan will know the provinces. Oh, Ilocos Norte. Wow. Okay.
Ilocos Norte. Yeah, he just gets it in time with 3 seconds to go. It's pretty big damage.
That's really big.
3.5. Yeah, Strefan not able to find the province, and so Jan able
Philippines
to make most of it.
Yeah, just the kind of archetypal piece of moving knowledge that players will want to have in GeoGuessr paying off there for Jan.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised if Strefan did know them, but it's also a feature of a great moving player to be able to find that information, pick it out of a whole lot of crap. You know, sometimes there's so much written down on these shop fronts and advertisements, but only a few words are what's necessary for getting the right place, and Jan able to find those better. It would be apparently so.
Because that wasn't easy to find actually, and he managed. But yeah, here we are in this Bolivia.
Bolivia, indeed, I would say, definitely feels that way. This architecture, the kind of mud brick houses, very much typical Peru, Bolivia area, and I think the poles really fit. Maybe I thought of like Cochabamba here, but not entirely sure about that. One of the major cities of Bolivia.
I could see that region from Cochabamba to Sucre.
Yeah.
Or even
actually, the soil is pretty red.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. The soil is pretty red. Perhaps actually a bit further south than I thought.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one here. I think the information is going to be very sparse, so it's more about the landscape here, unless they can find the city name on a sign. It's often not easy to find in Bolivian cities, I feel. We have a lock here of Cochabamba. Strefan visibly annoyed. He doesn't know where it is. Sucre, I think it's good, and it is between, as he said.
Between.
Yeah. Surprisingly rural. I mean, surprisingly dense coverage for a small town there in Bolivia, but no one was able to come to it. And Strefan, despite being visibly shaken by the round, does manage to get a pretty good guess there. Ooh, an interesting one here. You know, on low multis, this would not be too significant, but we have the black car combined with this red soil. Where would that place us, Rory?
It should place us in Misiones in Argentina, or Corrientes, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That far northeastern part, the panhandle of Argentina. I would not be surprised to see Strefan go straight in here and make the guess, and he is committing.
He's gone
That's a commit. I think he just wants to win on this round. But to me, this seems like a very... It feels like an overcommit, but look at this! He thinks it's this road, there's no way. Oh, and he knew the road, Strefan!
Dang.
And look at that. Jan is distraught. Strefan with an insane Misiones region guess. Meanwhile, Jan misses it completely.
Wow. Like there is coverage where Jan guessed that can look a bit like Misiones sometimes, I believe. But I think Misiones there was the more sensible guess, and Strefan wins.